A shooting in Palmetto leaves 2 people injured. What witnesses say started that argument. And a look at holiday traffic as millions travel around the country and right here on the Sun Coast. Plus, you can now start saving your spot for the Venice Holiday Parade on Saturday. We'll have a look at the new parade route and the new restrictions. Your Sun Coast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening. One man shot another person injured following an argument between neighbors in Palmetto. We first broke this story today at 6 o'clock, and our crews were at the scene of the Country Lakes Village development just moments after it happened. ABC7's Rick Adams was able to speak to neighbors about what they say led to that dispute.
Well, we're being told the argument was between neighbors who live in the 2 homes right back there. It's a shooting that has shocked this quiet neighborhood. A dispute between next-door neighbors this afternoon in the 2000 block of Lakeside Boulevard in the Country Lake Village development in Palmetto sent 67-year-old Joe Prisco to the hospital with a gunshot wound. His wife Brenda suffered a head injury.
I heard that the 2 neighbors were feuding about an air conditioner or something, and it got to the point where one of them went out of control and shot the other one.
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says the suspect, 77-year-old William Andrus, began hitting Prisco with what his wife says was a brick. And when she tried to step in to help her husband, Andrus turned on her too. Andrus is accused of then pulling out a pistol and firing several shots, hitting Joe Prisco on the right side of his body. Neighbor Judy Hafner tells us this is shocking because she has seen Andrus just a short while before the shooting.
He left my house maybe an hour ago playing cards with his buddies, and he was fine when he left.
Charges against Andrus are pending. Joe Prisco's condition is unknown at this time. His wife suffered minor injuries. And the Manatee County Sheriff's Office is continuing with their investigation. As soon as we have more details on this shooting, we'll certainly pass it along to you. Reporting from Palmetto, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Rick, thank you. There have also been some concerns with traffic in Manatee County near US 301 and I-75 around the Ellenton outlets. FDOT says drivers are likely finding alternate routes to avoid the construction happening on State Road 64 with the diverging diamond and State Road 70 with a modified diamond project. Because of those projects, US 301 in Ellenton is experiencing more traffic flow than usual. FDOT is also looking into the traffic lights on US 301 possibly being out of sync, which could be adding to that congestion.
Oftentimes, a traffic operations engineer will visit the site to get real, on the ground observations and take a look at what's going on to see if there are any other issues as well.
FDOT says they are able to monitor traffic at locations through cameras at a traffic management center, and if need be, that's when a traffic operations engineer is brought in to assist. Well, millions of people around the country are traveling today and the rest of this week to visit family and their friends for Thanksgiving. FHP troopers and law enforcement officers across the Sun Coast will be stepping up patrols to make sure roads are safe. More than 100 people lost their lives last year during the holiday season, so they're urging motorists to not speed and wear seatbelts. According to AAA, they anticipate a 5% increase on the roads compared to last year. This is the main reason you'll want to leave early and avoid certain areas.
Beyond leaving early, avoid areas, for example, like malls. If you can go around a mall, if you're going, for example, on I-75, if you can maybe go on Lorraine Road instead of I-75, totally missing UTC Mall.
Well, if you're one of the more than 48 million Americans traveling by car, you could be in for a particularly long journey. A global mobility analytics company, INREX, predicts travel times in the nation's most congested cities could be up to 4 times longer than normal. And take a look at the traffic in the skies right now. This is a live look at a graphic from FlightAware.com. As you can see, the majority of those flights are crowding the east coast of the United States, a large number of them here in Florida. Coming up in the next 10 minutes, we'll have some answers to TSA's top 5 most asked questions during the holiday season. And as we see, many people coming here to Florida because of the beautiful weather. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with more on what we can expect for Thanksgiving Day. Bob?
A lot of those flights up there right now, and the good news is there's no major winter storm here across most of the nation causing any delays at this point, and we can see that all in the green there, and that is good. That's low delays. We still have some high delays there in San Francisco. Now, speaking of cold, this is cold right now. Look, these are wind chill factors. -3 in Toronto. It feels like 19 in Pittsburgh, 14 in New York, and 4 in Portland. It feels like -13 in Ottawa. So temperature is extremely cold there, and it's going to stay that way too tomorrow, and it's going to be tough going for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. 63 right now, humidity at 78%. We have a north wind at 7. We have clear skies, so much milder down here in Florida and along the west coast of Florida. The pressure 30-17, that continues to stay pretty high right now. And as far as the forecast goes, beautiful weather for Thanksgiving. Some sunshine, temperatures in the mid-70s. We have some showers, unfortunately, expected to move in on Saturday. Pretty good chance of that happening. And then a cooler Tuesday and Wednesday next week as a cold front will work its way through on Monday night, and that will bring us another chance for some showers. Right now, as I mentioned, no major travel problems as far as weather goes across the eastern part of the nation and the central U.S. There are some showers out west. We're watching that area of clouds and showers down to our south off Texas. That will bring us the rain, I think, on Saturday. More on that coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline?
All right, thank you, Bob. As coyotes become more and more common in Sarasota, city officials want to prepare you to coexist with them. The city sharing this video recorded in the Sarasota city limits this week and a guide to coexisting with urban coyotes. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission has that guide online, but some key points to take away from it are coyotes rarely pose a threat to people, especially adults. If one gets too close for comfort, you can usually scare it away by making loud noises. Coyotes will, however, go after your small animals, so keep your cats indoors and your dogs on leashes. If you have a fenced-in yard, make sure that fence is high enough to keep them out. Removing coyotes, however, is not an option. They're found throughout the entire state and play a key part in our ecosystem. Florida Senate President Bill Galvano is promising lawmakers will not do anything to block the nearly dozen constitutional amendments that voters approved earlier this month. 11 measures passed dealing with topics ranging from taxes to vaping indoors and casino gambling. Voters also gave the nod to Amendment 4, which restores voting rights to most felons who have served their sentences. The amendment is estimated to impact 1.4 million people. Galvano says while he did not support the amendment, he will work to implement it.
People have spoken, and as I look forward to leading the chamber, I want to make sure that we're being true to the intent of the voters. We have to do it right. We're not going to slow walk it, but we have to make sure it's done right and implemented correctly.
The legislature has come under fire in the past for allegations it ignored amendments or approved laws limiting their scope. A Florida sheriff leading the investigation into Florida's high school massacre now says trained teachers should have access to guns to stop shooters. The Pinellas County Sheriff said he will ask the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School Public Safety Commission to recommend state law be changed so that teachers can be armed. They would undergo background checks and extensive training. It's a proposal that both the State Teachers Union and PTA oppose. They say more guns on campus will make schools less safe. The state created the commission after the February 14th shooting that left 17 dead. A new bill filed in the U.S. Senate is proposing a way to possibly end those pesky robocalls. A South Dakota senator and one from Massachusetts are proposing the Telephone Robocall Abuse Criminal Enforcement and Deterrence Act, or TRACED for short. If approved, the companies behind the robocalls could be fined up to $10,000 per call. It would also give regulators more time to find scammers and prosecute those who ignore the law. Well, local law enforcement are warning people of another scam that's been popping up near retailers this holiday season. It's called the white van speaker scam. It's when two so-called handymen try to sell electronics out of their trunk, saying that they cost thousands of dollars, when in reality they're only worth $300 to $400. Usually they'll say they just finished an installation job and have extra home theater speakers or projectors that they're willing to sell to you. It's been happening a lot in Charlotte County recently, near Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, and other big store parking lots. And to avoid getting scammed on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, keep the following tips in mind. Some retailers may inflate prices ahead of Black Friday to create the illusion of a drastic price cut. Make sure to research the regular retail price of items to check just how much you will actually be saving. And be wary of those unexpected emails that claim to contain coupons with significant discounts, but also ask for personal information. Make sure to not click on any suspicious links, and beware of bogus websites that are promising unbelievable deals. Remember, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Use a credit card for online orders. It's easier to dispute and mediate fraudulent charges with a credit card than it is with a debit card. And happy shopping with all of you. And now Thanksgiving, of course, marks the start of the holiday season, and it's when Venice begins their countdown to its annual holiday parade. There's now just 3 days left until the entire city of Venice makes its way downtown to watch the 43rd annual Venice Holiday Parade. Tonight, those who are in the parade are polishing up their entries, and spectators are marking their spots to get the best seats. But this year, there's a big major change: the parade route. Be sure to take another look at the new one and figure out your parking plan. Officials say the area you might want to avoid is anywhere between Venice and Tampa Avenue.
Everything's going to be shut down during the parade, and some people who decide that they might want to leave during, they are going to be, for all intents and purposes, kind of stuck there.
The event begins at 5:30 p.m. on Saturday with live entertainment, and then the parade will start at 7 p.m. and last about 2 hours. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will have your first alert forecast for Thanksgiving Day. Plus, the new social media app parents should be aware about. Users reporting the dangers of meeting strangers online. Get your wallets and patience ready. We have the store hours for all of the malls in Sarasota for the next 2 days.
A home can be much more than just a house. But for some of our neighbors, home means uncertainty and isolation. At Rebuilding Together, we turn houses into homes and revitalize our communities. Because a neighborhood is more than just houses and streets. It's familiar faces and open arms. Join the movement to ensure everyone can live in a safe home and community. Become a rebuilder today.
It's year-end clearance time at every Gettle location. Over 3,000 new vehicles, over 1,000 used vehicles on clearance right now at Gettle.com. And Gettle Pre-Owned Certified Plus means buying with peace of mind. Get credit help, fast cash for your car, and year-end clearance prices right now at a Gettle dealership near you. Gettle's got it. At Gettle.com.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
Ready to open up new opportunities as an electrician? Don't do it yourself. Team up with Mr. Sparky instead. We're locally owned and looking for people like you. We offer our electricians great perks that you just won't get going it alone. And whether you're an apprentice, a master electrician, or somewhere in between, we have a spot for you.
Best decision I ever made.
Apply online or call today.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Recovery from mental and substance use disorders is real.
You can recover.
It's possible. It happens every day.
Never give up on yourself.
Discover hope and help.
The world is a beautiful place again.
Join the Voices for Recovery. For confidential information for mental and substance use disorders, call 1-800-662-HELP.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC7 shows on your streaming device.
Well, Bob, the weather today just great. If we could have it stick around for tomorrow, just a picture-perfect Thanksgiving.
I think it is, too. I think it's going to happen, yeah. Temperatures are pretty nice today, into the upper 70s. A little bit cooler tomorrow, but not bad. Sunset tonight. Casey, Keith, Fred Seeger, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Just about there, right? To getting ready for the big meal tomorrow. And got to look at this beautiful ending to the day today. We got to be thankful for that, and thankful to Fred Seeger for getting that shot and showing those high cirrus clouds around. And we're almost there, pretty much. Rising tomorrow, it will be full. So we have the full beaver moon tomorrow. And again, this was sent in by Cindy Desmond. Thank you for that, Cindy. And here's a shot of what's happening with temperatures right now. It's pretty cold over the Panhandle. 43 in Tallahassee right now. 48 in Jacksonville. Much warmer here, but still on the cooler side. A little cooler than we were last night. And, temperatures will drop down into the mid-50s inland areas, upper 50s to near 60 degrees near the coast. The Gulf water temperature now is 74 degrees. And as far as those lows go, this is what we'll start off on Thanksgiving, into the mid to upper 50s across the area. If you're right on the water, right around 60 degrees, Siesta Key will be at 60, 61 at Anna Marie Island, and temperatures in the mid-50s in Sebring, Wauchula, and Arcadia. Under clear skies, we should see sunshine to start today, maybe a few clouds streaming on by overhead. The high cirrus clouds expected to move in tomorrow. Some showers down to our south. Again, that's going to stay there too. It's not going to spoil our Thanksgiving here. We're going to see, as I said, a pretty nice day. Temperatures will warm up just a couple degrees cooler than it was today, into the mid-70s, but some sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Most of those clouds will be the upper variety of clouds and should not pose any threat as far as rainfall goes. This is the future cast of our rapid model that we're looking at right now, and you can see some showers along the east coast. Once in a while we'll see some of these high clouds moving in. So as I said, sunshine mixed with clouds, and then the rain staying to our north and basically to our east. As Friday goes along, we'll see a few inland showers possible, but not much of a chance of that happening. One or two trying to get off to the west coast, but again, partly cloudy skies on Friday. A little bit warmer on Friday for all you shoppers too. We'll have temperatures a little warmer to start today. Now this is the other model, the European forecast model, showing what's going to happen Saturday. Saturday, some showers approaching in the afternoon. The European model a little bit more aggressive with this rainfall over our area all the way through the evening. Unfortunately, we have the big Venice holiday parade, and looks like the European model does not look too good for that. But the GFS, there's some hope there, showing a little bit more rain down to our south as opposed to here. Still, it carries a few showers into Sunday morning, and then it pushes it off to the east. We have a cold front approaching on Monday. Now, the good news is that the water temperatures are cooling across the Gulf of Mexico in terms of any kind of threat with tropical systems, but hurricane season just about officially over on the 30th of this month. Temperatures still very warm, though, in the Western Caribbean. Currently, we have clear skies and 63 degrees. Winds are out of the north at 7. The pressure still very high, 30-17. And the high temperature today did warm to right at the average of 78 degrees. We'll be closer to this number tomorrow, 33 the record. Now, temperatures already down to 16 in Buffalo, Toronto at 12, 3 in Ottawa, and Montreal at 1. Temperatures in the 20s and 30s over the northern plains states and throughout the central Rockies. Right now, Dallas at 50 degrees, and highs tomorrow will be into the 20s only across the northeast, and a little bit warmer over the southern plains states. Kansas City at 61 degrees. Well, here's the forecast, and as we see it for boaters tomorrow, winds will be a bit brisk out of the northeast at 15 knots, and then subsiding to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Seas will be running 2 to 3 feet, and a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The extended forecast calling for partly cloudy skies on Thanksgiving. We should be thankful for that, right? 78 for a high on Friday. Good chance for showers, mainly scattered about on Saturday afternoon and evening. Sunday, still a slight chance for a few morning showers, and then that cold front arrives late Monday and cools us down for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Jacqueline?
All right, sounds pleasant. Thank you, Bob. Prosecutors say a woman was assaulted by several men after being lured through a dating app. That app is called Tagged, and they're afraid more victims may be out there. Reporter Ben Handelman has more.
It's advertised as the place to chill, chat, and go live. You may have never heard of the social media app Tagged. That may not be true for those younger in your life. Prosecutors say 21-year-old Devancia McAfee was not on the app looking for dates or hookups, but used the social media to help kidnap and sexually assault a 19-year-old. The victim says on November 11th, she agreed to meet up with McAfee, jumping into his vehicle near 58th and Hampton. Soon learning they weren't alone, the victim says a second man hiding in the back wrapped his arm around her face and neck, pointed what felt like a small caliber handgun to the back of her neck, and placed a blindfold over her eyes. The man, according to the victim, led her to a nearby apartment where others were waiting. For 5 hours, the woman says she was sexually assaulted by multiple men before finally being driven back to her car. The victim was able to provide a name to police after posting the suspect's tagged profile picture on Facebook, where a user identified him. Near 63rd and Carmen.
Neighbor told me that the police kicked in the back door the other day.
Neighbors are shocked to learn this was the place of the alleged horrors.
Very surprised, yes.
Prosecutors say once in custody, McAfee admitted to bringing at least 5 different kidnapped women to the apartment. McAfee telling prosecutors more women were likely raped in other locations, but he was not a part of those. A terrifying tale of possible dangers that lurk in places many of us did not know existed.
Well, Florida Highway Patrol says they found the remote a man was using to control a device, as well as a SunPass. Actually, hold on, give me 1 second. It looks like it was our story skipped over. Happening in Florida, a 70-year-old man was facing criminal charges for allegedly installing a device to his car that hides his license plate with the push of a button. Police say they have been getting tips about Robert Davis for the last year and a half, and it was an off-duty cop that spotted him on the highway.
See him and I'm off. I'm like, I kind of realized that's the guy, and I knew I had to, call it in, and the troopers were able to shortly stop him after and arrest him.
Florida Highway Patrol says they found the remote that he was using to control that device, as well as a SunPass transponder in his glove compartment. Davis is now charged with 2 felonies, organized fraud and cheating, and petty theft, which is a misdemeanor. A man in North Florida has new teeth worth $40,000 and a new $10,000 dog, which he paid $0 for. Volusia County Sheriff's Office says Timothy Powell stole the identity of a man with Alzheimer's. The man only started to notice when he was getting dental bills for the implants to his house, which he says he never got. Powell told police that a man named Rico gave him a fake license and the man's social security number. He also says Rico encouraged him to get his teeth fixed so he would look better during other scams. Powell is now facing several charges, including grand theft. Stay with us. Consumer News is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Tonight, it's a Can't Miss Kimmel. Here it comes. Boom, when Jeff Bridges swings by. Plus, political commentator S.E. Cupp.
You're definitely getting kicked out of the Republican Party.
And music from Midland. Jimmy Kimmel Live, tonight on ABC.
Since 1847, the Grand Hotel has earned a worldwide reputation for elegance and hospitality. Now the Grand has been transformed with reimagined rooms and suites and exceptional fine dining and meeting spaces. The spa is more luxurious, and championship golf will test your game, all overlooking beautiful Mobile Bay. The Grand Hotel Golf Resort and Spa. Timeless elegance transformed. For reservations, visit grand1847.com.
Accolades are great. Just wait until you see our prices. Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP is the largest locally owned CPAP supply company in the area.
Is it time to replace your old equipment? The staff at Sarasota Oxygen and CPAP can show you the most up-to-date CPAP equipment and supplies to meet your sleep apnea needs, including portable travel devices and the SoClean automatic CPAP sanitizer. We serve all of Southwest Florida, giving the highest quality of care with the finest CPAP equipment. Please visit our website, sarasotacpap.com.
You know, fortunately, this was my first job out of college, so I was able to come back home and work in my hometown. I wore two hats. I was sports director and I was a news anchor. I did that for a few years and then decided to go full-time into news. Well, I love our team here at ABC7. We have a great mix, and it really is a great mix of personalities, of experience that meshes really well into a really strong team. I'm Scott Dennis, and I'm here for you.
The ABC7 First Alert weather app just got even better. It's easy to use once you download it. First, tell the app to follow you, so you get alerts pinpointed to exactly where you are. Then customize your settings with all the places you go, from the beach to grandmother's house. Get accurate alerts for everyone you care about. You can even pick which weather alerts and categories you want and what they sound like. More ways to customize and more ways to keep your family safe. Download the ABC7 First Alert weather app today.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
Well, this holiday season will be a busy one. TSA announcing this week they are expecting more than 25 million travelers. Here's what they want you to know before stepping into the airport. Foods, anything creamy like gravy, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, and the like must follow the 3-1-1 liquids rule. That means, like your shampoos and conditioners, they also have to fit in travel-sized containers that are 3.4 ounces and then put in a clear Ziploc bag just in case you want to take some leftovers. Solid foods like dry stuffing, fresh cranberries, and turkey, however, can go in your carry-on bag, or you can check them. TSA also reminding travelers to have a valid ID. If you lost yours while perhaps skiing in Aspen or kayaking on Siesta, you may still be allowed to fly. You'll just have to complete an identity verification process through TSA, so you'll want to get to the airport early if you did so. TSA says they also get asked a lot about traveling with medicine. Over-the-counter prescription medications are allowed through checkpoints, and liquid medications are exempt from the typical liquid rule in carry-on bags. More importantly, TSA wants to remind you to get there with time. Make sure to plan for delays at the parking lot, check-in, and security checkpoints. You never know what you might see at the airport. Well, if you're hoping for doorbuster deals tomorrow and Friday, also plan ahead. Here are the store hours for local malls on Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Westfield, Siesta Key, Sarasota Square, and DeSoto Square Mall will be closed on Thanksgiving. The mall at UTC and Ellington Premium Outlets, however, will be open from 6 p.m. to midnight tomorrow. On Black Friday, all of the Westfield stores will open at 8 o'clock in the morning and close at 9 p.m. The mall at UTC will be open until 10 p.m. Ellington Premium Outlets will open at midnight, and then they'll close 2 hours later and then reopen at 6 o'clock in the morning. So good luck at all your shopping deals. That's a look at consumer news. We'll have tonight's winning lotto numbers when we come back.
Our nurse, Jennifer, all we did is pick up the phone if I was having a bad day, and the next thing we know, she was here at the door. I can't believe that I would have received any greater care anywhere. From that moment on, everything changed dramatically, and I don't know what we would have done without that.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
To be able to just get my son here and not think about how we will pay for it, it just takes so much weight off of my family. St. Jude allowed me to focus on being a mom to Bryce. And sometimes I'm just in awe of the impact St. Jude has, not only on this community, but the world.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, what would Thanksgiving be without that delicious piece of pie to finish off the meal? People in Sarasota lined up today to get the perfect pie for their feast tomorrow. At Yoder's, the line lasted most of the morning as the restaurant sold about 5,000 pies. And the same scene at Der Dutchman just down the road. Pies were packed and stacked up for patrons to pick the perfect one. Bakers at Der Dutchman estimate that they sold between 8,000 and 10,000 pies this year. Of course, the favorites on the holiday list, pumpkin and sweet potato pies. I know, Bob, you said you liked apple pie. Just the pies there, though. Yoder's and Der Dutchman, they have some great pies.
The best I've ever tasted. Really great pies. And we have the big parade tomorrow, too. I've been kept calling it the Macy's Day Parade. It's the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It's synonymous with Thanksgiving, though.
All right. Thanks so much, Bob. And thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Have a happy